Always have to do this. Guys, good afternoon. Just have to quickly check that I am live. Yes, please do not swear. Guys, some exciting news for the newbies. First of all, I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going to go on silent here because my phone's been going absolutely bonkers. Excited, very excited. Somebody who has never traded prop firms or very beginner experience when it comes to trading Forex has officially made their first withdrawal for today. Joined probably the quickest record we've had, actually. Joined 2 weeks ago. Got off to a great start, great start, and passed the account in obviously the allocated time, which was 5 trading days as a minimum. So once the account was passed after 5 days, then the certificate was received. I posted that, delighted with the results I got for him and helped him achieve. Then he, of course, got his real account. Real account has got off to a great start. Absolutely fantastic. Has made, I think, 9.5% in its first week. Just to work that out from for you guys, £15,000. Let's round it up to 10%. Is 1,500. Actually made a little bit more throughout the night as well. So took it up to a total, drum roll, total of £1,600 profit made on top of the 15,000. So obviously 16,600 altogether. Had a little chat with him this morning and decided to make a withdrawal. And as you can see here, hopefully the screen shows you. See here, 28th of September, withdrawal of 800. Okay. Of course, the broker or the firm will take 10% because that's how they work. Every single time you withdraw your profits, they take 10%. That's how they make their money. And of course, you make yours because they're able to upfront that capital that you don't have, because not many people do have £15,000 just sat around. Okay, so walk you through the process. 2 weeks ago, he brought an account for £80. Okay, a week later, passed the challenge and then got his live account. Okay. This week, beginning of this week, started trading, did very well, made 1,600 so far, and we've still got tomorrow and today. So now has withdrew 800, and as you can see there, within a day or two, that's going to be in his PayPal account, right? So it says here that you'll receive it in your Deal account. Now, you can use Deal, basically like a bridge between the firm and your bank. But however, they also do a straight wire bank transfer, crypto transfer, or PayPal. So the choice is completely up to you. And that's in your bank within a day or two. As well as now, the £80 that he initially paid 2 weeks ago, he will receive as well. On top of that, he will also receive a 25% bonus. So all in all, that's quite incredible, right? Paid £80 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks later, receives £910. Awesome stuff, right? This is how Forex and trading prop firms can certainly help boost your capital if you aren't able to obviously do it yourself. Now, as I've mentioned many times before, I can help you, I can support you. There is a waiting list for me to pass these accounts for you. Oh, let me just pop this on. Sorry. Keep getting told off. Bear with me. Yeah, there you go. Make sure you all read that, guys. I'm building out a watermark and stuff, but just to remember, this is not financial advice. This is education. You don't need to go with me. You don't need to do anything I do. Do it at your own risk. But anyway. So few options, as I've mentioned. If you are a keen person who wants to learn how to trade so that you can be self-sufficient, independent, you don't need to go anywhere or do anything to make money, you can simply make it from a phone, then I can support you and guide you into doing that. Having the results I have now, I certainly want to pay this forward. Second option is, of course, to join the waiting list. There is a waiting list now, unfortunately, because I am just a man. Two options. You can join the larger funded capital, either 1.9K or 2.3K, depending on the size of account you want. And then after that, everything's done for you, generating a nice monthly recurring income. Or you can go for the lower option and scale up. The lower option is, of course, as I've just mentioned, £80 up front, and they'll join the waiting list. Either trade yourself, join my Telegram groups, and I'll give you the signals and support you need. Or join the waiting list and I'll do it for you. Okay. But of course, you that could take a little while now because we're flying. But guys, just to go back onto it, here you go again, once again. 28th of, I don't know why they put the date backwards. Anyway, 2023, the 28th of September, 8:33 this morning. This account withdrew 800. And it's going to be in the PayPal account, not the deal, within 24 to 48 hours. Already spoke to them, can see it's pending. They've taken their 10%, and we're flying, absolutely loving it. So, guys, going on to the charts, for anybody interested, just make sure to remember at 1:30 today onwards, there is huge news, okay? If you are a beginner trader, stay away from the markets, right? If you're an advanced trader and you've made some good profits this morning, I certainly have. Achoo! Oh, I forgot the joke. Anyway, I'm catching pips. Whatever. Yeah, made some good profits this morning, and we're going to be awaiting the outcome of the news because this is going to be big. This is going to be big news. Okay. So, moving on to the charts. Let's go over a couple of trades, okay? Now, as you guys know, yesterday was, anybody following trading, yesterday was huge. I mean, look at this, from 1:30, the opening of London session at 1 o'clock, all the way down to the close, 200 pip move you're looking at there. Wow, that's massive in gold, and we caught that beautifully. Hence the reason why a lot of people have a lot of profits and people are withdrawing them today. Enjoy them, that's what they're there for. Okay, so US session showed huge momentum going down. Okay, let's just go through the strategy. Huge momentum going down. And then the Asian session, which means between, 11 p.m. and let's say 7 a.m., we've had sideways movement. Okay, it's not really done much, as you can see here. Consolidation, this is called. Okay, this is on gold. Again, London session opened, it gave a good push up, but then come down. It's been back in that range again. This is based on, again, the news upcoming in the next 45 minutes and then later on this evening, UK time, because they're not sure what's going to happen. They're not sure on the outcome. And when you're seeing massive moves, this could go anywhere, really, depending on the outcome of the news. But what I will say is this. I do have a bias to sell, depending on, like I said, the outcome of the news from this area. Now, again, I don't control the markets, so I react to them, but I have a bias with this. The reason why is because this would be, if I show you here with my Fibonacci tool, this would be a 50% retracement of yesterday's move. Okay, now ideally I actually like it to come up to here because I like to get in at the 85 area, which is this area here, 0.85. Okay, ideally that's where I'd like it to go. Because it aligns quite well with the strategy, but it's not made much of a move up, if any move up today. Gold hasn't, so the likelihood of it making a that'd be a 150 pip move this afternoon isn't impossible. Of course, it did 200 yesterday, so it can happen. But we have a lot of bearish and selling momentum with gold. So my anticipation, like I said, I'll see what happens with the outcome of the news and everything. But my bias shows that we could see this area here and then a continuation down to 1865, right? Again, don't take this on board. Don't look at this and go, I'm going to get in on a sell now down to 1865. Because if I'm right and great, then of course you'll be in profit. But the news, these red boxes, this high impact, this high volatility will make spikes in the market. Now, why do I think it's going to go down? Let's just have a look back. As I mentioned, I like to look back in time, not too far, but the last time, if I just go onto the daily, the last time that we had this news that's being released today was the 29th of June, okay? Now, if I just go back to what happened on the 29th of June, I think I was on holiday. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, just got that breath of fresh air again. Anyway, so if we go back, let's go back on the hour to the 29th of June and see what happened, see what the outcome of the news was and what happened at exactly that moment with that outcome, okay? Just to give us a sort of outline. Now, nothing repeats itself exactly as it should, but it can give you a good example of what could potentially happen, okay? So there we are, 29th of June on gold. I'll look at other currencies as well. But as you can see here, 1:30, which is when it was released, the news. Let's go to the half an hour count. Oh, bugger, I got to go all the way again. Bear with me. If anybody does know a quicker way of scrolling across to a certain date on the time frames, then do please let me know. I've not figured that bit out yet. I just click and drag. But it is slightly annoying. Okay, here we go. Right. 1:30, the news was released. This is what the markets can do when it's high impact news. Okay, 1:30, boom. Right, let's look what happened. So 2.1% was the GDP release last time. Okay, they're anticipating it to be 2.2, meaning that it will rise, right? It will, of course, go up. So if we look back on last time, the previous was 1.3. They forecasted it to go up, and it did go up even more so. Okay, so let's look at that as a whole. So they anticipated it to go up, and it did. Now they're anticipating it to go up again. Okay, so what happened last time when it did go up? The US dollar got stronger and it dropped massively. See here, big, huge drop. So they're anticipating that to happen again. Okay, so what could happen at 1:30 is another huge drop, right? So let's get another confirmation and see what else is possible. Well, in the build up to the news release, during the London session, the markets were in a sideways movement during Asia session and then drove up a little bit during London session. So let's go back using that. Let's go back to what's happened today, okay? Sideways movement during the Asian session, and it's still sideways, but look, you can see it's going up. It's going up. Now it could potentially reach these areas within the next 35 minutes. That can happen. That has happened before. So if that does, then that means that we could see an almost identical movement if it reaches this area at 1880. So up, a spike up, and then a push down. Right. So let's just see if anybody wants to watch this later. Let's see if this happens. I don't know what just happened with that. Awesome. Yeah. And then a big drop down to, like I said, the 1865 area. I've chosen the 1865 area based on the market needs to go to certain places, okay? And there is a gap here. You see this here on the left, just in case anybody's looking. This is a daily time frame. If I just click here, there's a gap, and gaps have to be filled. Okay, we start the gap there. Yeah, see that? Bang on, well, almost bang on. So we'll do 1866, whatever. But this gap needs to be filled. And what better time to fill the gap whilst we're down here, okay? Because it obviously can shoot up and go back up here, but best to cover the gap while you're in the area, right? And if the US dollar keeps strengthening like it has done over the last week, since the news release last Wednesday, then we could continue right down. We've seen it go down here before. It was in March. It was down to 1810 and beyond that. So yeah, that's my kind of outlook. Again, like I said, I don't control the markets. I don't know the outcome of the news. I trade with it. So overall, I think I'm going to end up having the best week of my trading life if we do get the sells. The reason why is because I'll look for the buys as well. But because I'm a bit more cautious of buying against the trend. So what I mean by that, for anybody that's unsure, is when we are going down, just to remove that, when we're in a downwards market, meaning a bearish market, downwards, bearish, whatever you want to call it, when we're going down here, yeah, to put buys on means to go that you're anticipating it's going up. And that's dangerous because it can just keep wiping you out. I was in a chat room yesterday with a few people, and I could just see them clicking, I'm buying with a tight stop loss. I'm buying. I'm just thinking, why? Like, we're in the main trading session. It is moving aggressively down. Go with it. Jump in the boat and flow with the tide, right? And just wait. Now would be, like I said, the only right time within this last few days specifically to be looking at buys. Why? Because we've been in a sideways movement, consolidation, and this, instead of it going, like I said yesterday, it's not an elevator or a hole in the floor where it just keeps dropping up, down. It's stairs. So it will go down, up, like that. Okay. It likes to do stairs like that. Okay. So yeah, guys, let's see how this plans out. We're coming on to the US session opening now. Yeah, I think that's it. I think you guys like to see a bit more of the withdrawals once again. I need a haircut. So here it is. So just to reiterate what happened, because a few of you guys are joining me on the funded account challenges and stuff. Some of you are doing your own and using my signals. Some of you already know what you're doing, and some of you are joining the waiting list for me to pass these for you. And also, the other one is the AI software. It's a bit more costly, but it's a guaranteed pass and a guaranteed income. Can't use the word guaranteed, but the way that it's set up is, I can't use that word guaranteed, but yeah, anyway. So anyway, go through it. 2 weeks ago, gentleman joined up and opened up a £15,000 account with my discount code. So paid £80 for a £15,000 account. Made 10% in a week, which was great. That's not promised, but that was really good. Got a message to say you've now got a live account. Started the live account on Monday, has made 1,600 this week, and has decided to withdraw half of it, right? Because of the rules of the funded account, you need to leave a bumper in there for you so you don't, hit the drawdown limit. So 800 withdrawn, 10% taken by the company automatically, as you can see here, leaving 720 to be paid within the next day or two. Okay. Now, I did this at 8:30 this morning because I think, obviously, the sooner you do it, the sooner you get it for them. And that's awesome. Plus, he'll also get the refund of the £80 he paid 2 weeks ago. So all in all, he'll be looking at 800 coming into his PayPal account in the next day or so. Awesome work. Okay, just to remind you guys, this is not financial advice, just education. Just education. I am not a financial advisor. Anyway, yeah, I'm very, very excited for anybody that wants to learn to trade. The reason why is because, as I've mentioned many times, you can just see when you've been doing this for so long, you can see what's upcoming. And when I'm watching the news and stuff like that and reading the news, you can see what's upcoming in terms of economic crashes, another lockdown, more the pound is absolutely awful at the minute. I mean, look at this. This is the pound. These are all these candles represent a day. Okay, look at this. Since its high, 13th of July, it has dropped. It's just dropping. And where it can go, if they don't sort their act out, is right down here. I mean, even to zero. Well, it won't go to zero, obviously, but yeah, it's falling, and it has been falling for the last 3 months now. But obviously, yeah, that's because it's against the dollar as well, which means the dollar's been strengthening as well. So don't take all of that on board. But yeah, guys, just be aware that if you aren't learning something or having something that's working for you or making you extra money, in case your company closes, in case a lockdown happens and you can't work, and then you're back on, what was that thing what was it called that we was on where they were paying furlough? Yeah, you get a percentage of your wages, right? No, most people couldn't live on that. So this is a great way of just putting your money to work, and I'm trying to help as many people as possible, not because I want the money or they need the money. I do get a referral bonus of about £8 or £9, which isn't nothing to brag about. And I also offer to do profit splits if you want me to do it for you. Basically, I'll take 40% of the profits, you take 60%, but I'll do all the work. And the reason why I offer this is because I've learned a skill that is making me enabled to do this for other people. And I would love to have had this opportunity for somebody to do this for me a few years ago. But I just couldn't find any. Probably weren't looking anyway. But the point I'm making is that now there's a different level you get to when you realise nobody or nothing controls me. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of, other than the kids, bloody thing. Like, it's just a nice feeling to have, that you can go anywhere, do anything, and have anything that you want on your own time. Not to be arrogant or anything, but it's just really nice to have that security. You know what I mean? Knowing that if you weren't feeling very well, if you were sick, you were at home, whatever, and you could just open your computer or your phone and just get to work. So you can still go off and do stuff and enjoy life and do what you're meant to be doing, your gift, your purpose, your business, whatever it is you want to do. I don't tell anybody to quit their jobs to do this. In fact, if your goal is to add incomes, why would you leave a job? Because that's an income, you know what I mean? So anyway, main purpose was to come on here and show the excitement of being able to withdraw money for one of the members, and hopefully to get you guys on to the next one. Whoever's next, bring you on. Just drop me a message. A few of you have had accounts with me before, and a few of you had accounts with me before. We had a couple fail at the beginning of August. Remember, I've been trading on real accounts for quite some time, but with regards to the conditions and rules of prop firms, I have only started in July, August time, right? So when I first started, I made people aware that it was quite new to me. But as I've adapted to it more and more, now I think I'm on an 80% win rate. So if for every 10 accounts that are opened, 8 of them I'll pass, and then the other 2 I'll put on a waiting list, and I'll go through the process of getting you back up and running ASAP. So yeah, guys, it's just really exciting times ahead now, because it's great to see what people will do when money is not an issue or a concern. And we're in a good time in our life, in life in general, to be in this position. Anyway, I'm blabbering on now. Yeah, that's my story. The markets have opened for the US session, so I'm going to dive off now. But guys, if you want to get in touch, you want to start your own journey, just drop me a message. I'll try and come on these lives as often as possible. But in the meantime, have a fantastic day. Hey! Woohoo!